Every time you buy gold, you are being non-patriotic. Hundreds of poor laborers who are carrying 1 kg gold in their body. Because at 1 kg there is no arrest. We have continued with what? Legacy the British gave us. This common law legal system is not the outcome of our wisdom, our experience. We are experiencing the Renaissance right now. You are part of the Renaissance right now.
What are the rights of a person in that very moment when the gun is put on their head and they are asked to resign forcibly?
Where do you see the gun in this conversation? I don't see the gun. You just asked him to resign and he can very well say, no sir, I don't resign. The threat
They may
is,
say,
we'll terminate you.
yes.
Now termination is a legal procedure. दोस्ती की परिभाषा ये है कि भीड़ में भी उसकी आवाज़ पहचान आए और अगर उसको तुम्हारी ज़रूरत हो तो उसको आवाज़ देने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े, आपको सुनाई दे जाए। न दुनिया का गम था न रिश्तों के बंधन, बड़ी खूबसूरत थी वो जिंदगानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी।
Welcome to Leaders Unscripted, the stories they don't tell on stage. I'm your host, Divya Madan, and about my guest today, I wonder if he is a poet who practices law or a lawyer who never stopped being a poet. Ajay Veer Singh, advocate, Supreme Court of India. He studied history at the JNU, where he could have studied law, and then the long way round. He arrived at the Supreme Court of India, where he has practiced law for nearly 3 decades, built one of India's first All India Advocate Forum, and argued for a version of justice that reaches the people who have already stopped believing it will. We did not invite Ajay Veer to Leaders Unscripted to only talk about law. We invited him because he is one of those rare people who has lived and earned life with audacity, honesty, courage, responsibility, and love, which he has the authority to share candidly with us today. Please welcome Ajay Veer Singh, a lawyer, a poet, a philanthropist, a husband, a father, a free spirit, and my honorable guest today on Leaders Unscripted. Welcome to Leaders Unscripted, sir. What a privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you, Divya.
Okay, sir, my first question is that you grew up watching your father practice law, first at the Bombay High Court and then at the District Court of Agra. What did that world look like from a child's eye? And when did you know this is going to be your world too?
I remember when I was 10, I would go to his office when he used to go to the court. I used to sit in his seat, watch everything, and I used to just imagine being a lawyer. It was then I realized that I couldn't do anything else. So how do I learn? So I used to go to his office when in the evening he used to sit with the clients and work late nights. Yeah. So in order to make myself useful, I would offer him water, tea, anything, clean up his office, bring the file from here and there. That was like a office boy. Okay. So I started my career as an office boy in my father's office. And my father has a very rich library. And in that library, it was not only law books. He had a flair for buying books. His legacy to me means a few truckloads of books.
Truckloads of books?
Yes. So I got that opportunity to read those books.
Wow.
And that was when I realized that I can't do anything else. You can't find me doing anything else. It was his passion. And finally, the virus bit me as well.
But finally, you landed at the Supreme Court of India.
I was in Delhi University and I did my law from Delhi University. Yeah. And somehow, I was elected president of the law faculty.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then finally I could see that, maybe the karma was leading me to the right place. And then I joined my father. By that time, it was a decade ago that he shifted to Delhi in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And we people had settled our scores also.
Okay.
We were talking to each other.
Okay.
He was happy. He said, son, finally,
You arrived.
I have, whole night
Yeah.
typed the petitions also for him,
Wow.
done legal research for him.
Yeah.
So I used to do a lot of things for him. He was a brilliant lawyer
Wow.
and had illustrious clients also. And I remember he had, you remember during emergency, Haji Mastan
Yeah.
and Dole brothers, all those smugglers were in jail in
Yeah.
Agra jail.
Yeah.
That was the time they needed my father's help. And these barristers from Bombay used to come to Agra and stay in hotels. And they used to visit us.
So you met.
I met
personally.
They used to take us to some good hotels like Lakhi Raj for dinners. And it was during the early 70s. If you remember, the Chambal dacoits had surrendered.
Yeah.
73 of them. And they were all kept in Agra jail, central jail. And according to the arrangement by the government, the trial had to continue inside the jail. So the judge, the magistrate used to go to the jail
Yeah.
and the trial used to take place over there.
Yeah.
So all 73 dacoits, they engaged my father.
Wow.
Thousands of cases, all criminal cases, like right from murder, dacoity. So everything. Finally, the stage came when my father wouldn't do any other case. He said, if there is no criminal case, please don't come to me.
Yeah.
So when I was in his chamber, I was doing the rest of the things, civilized things, civil cases, arbitrations, writ petitions, a lot of things. When he passed away in 2012, the entire gamut of those, a few thousands, maybe 5,000 cases of criminal cases came over my head. And believe me, I do not know, I do not understand. It could be outwardly thing.
Yeah.
None of the cases which he left for me went against me. As if when I'm in the court, he's there with me.
Wow.
All of them came in our favor.
You
A lot
feel
of them are
his
still
divine
pending.
presence.
So his divine presence is there. So I, without any choice, I became a criminal lawyer.
So, given your 30 years of experience, we want to know about the most memorable and interesting case that you have fought in your career where your legal knowledge was put to test.
See, there was a matter in Gwalior High Court. Interestingly, my client shot 3 people
Okay.
at point blank range. And when the matter was heard over there, he got acquitted by the court. And interestingly, my father had gone to Gwalior High Court to argue that matter.
Okay.
And when that judge retired, who heard that matter and who acquitted our client, so by then he had retired, he discussed with me the matter and he said, your father argued it very well. Otherwise, if somebody has murdered 3 people, how can you acquit him? It was a clean acquittal.
Okay.
Then the state came in appeal to the Supreme Court, filed the SLP.
Okay.
And their client came to me to argue against the state.
Okay.
It was a huge challenge because my father argued it in the High Court and he won the matter. And I had to defend that judgment. So I worked on it. And then I realized this man who killed these 3 people had no choice but to kill. And I had to bring the judges to that brink where they could realize, stepping into the shoes of this man, what choice you have. It was his family was attacked by those criminals. They were not criminals. It was a गांव में जो दुश्मनी हो जाती है.
हाँ.
And they were all of them. They came there, and uh, in the village, there's something called honor.
Yes, absolutely.
Nobody can even look at your woman.
No.
And women and children were in the house, and this man was there alone, trying to guard them. And those people attacked him with, swords, garsa, balam, ballam, and he was dead, almost dead. He was lying on the floor. That was the time when he somehow got the some consciousness, and he realized that those people were entering the house. He could take his gun, somehow managed to get up, and shot all the three of them at the point blank range.
So it was an act of self-defense and to
It
save
was
the honor of the family.
Self-defense.
Self-defense, right? Yeah.
Honor is not understood by the law.
Self-defense.
Self-defense. And as I said, all of the cases left by my father, till now I have won them. This was also one of them.
How
But I had to really work hard on this.
Yeah. Sir, you've seen such complicated cases and you've handled these complicated cases so well. And during your career in 1998, you founded the Indian Advocate Forum.
Yeah.
So we want to know, what was the purpose behind founding that forum and what do you wish to achieve with it?
See, we lawyers have some common interests. And we don't have trade unions, so we have bar associations. Now, in the bar associations, you see that senior members, they get elected, and the junior lawyers, they can't even approach them. And junior lawyers have a different wavelength. How do they interact? It was with that in mind that I founded this forum. And the discussion used to be very rich. In 2020, when we had Corona, suddenly I found that online was something which was happening.
Absolutely.
So we started having online meetings. And it acquired an all India character. Now we have members, I think almost from every state in this country. And this is completely apolitical. We do not allow any politics. We certainly are nationalists. And this is doing for the country. But we do not want politics over there because then the purpose will be defeated.
Absolutely.
So, and I have met a lot of great people, good lawyers in the process. I keep traveling from one high court to the other high court and meet people, and they come to Delhi and I meet them. It's a wonderful process. Rather, my perspective is changing. We all need to have that all India perspective, pan India perspective, Indian perspective.
Absolutely.
But that's the purpose for which we are going ahead, and gradually you will see a lot of things happening.
Wow, how wonderful. I really wish to see all of that change, coming over through this India Advocate Forum. So,
our leaders who have sacrificed so much to bring independence and create an environment where we can talk of a lot of things which were not even possible in the hungry 60s, sizzling 70s, unemployed 80s, or confused 90s.
wow, you've described everything so beautifully. All of those decades.
Why I'm saying so? Because if you remember 60s, what our Prime Minister today says, don't waste fuel, don't buy gold, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी यूज्ड टू से, एक बार खाना खाइए, मैं भी
हाँ,
एक बार खाता.
हाँ.
That was the hungry 60s. Sizzling 70s. There were ration shops. After the 71 war, you were not there, but I was there. I have seen people outside the ration shop waiting to have that 2 kilo sugar or 1 kg sugar or that kerosene oil, sitting there for 5 hours, 7 hours
Just to get that.
just to get that. That was sizzling 70s. And 80s, I still remember when I was searching for a job.
Unemployed 80s.
Unemployed 80s. And I used to teach a lot of people for appearing in the exams. Because I was clear, I'll be a lawyer. So I gave a lot of exams, while teaching people. I appeared for Indian Military Academy. I got selected.
At the Indian Military Academy?
Yeah. So, and I got selected for the banks. I got selected in private organizations. But I was clear. I belong to the bar. So what
You're
I
a
was saying was
patriot.
that because the kind of sacrifice our leaders have done,
Our leaders have done. The freedom fighters, per
the
se.
freedom fighters. So we need to be kind to them. So what they gave us, we should leave it in a better shape.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And when we are having this discussion, one name that comes to my mind is of our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. I think he is the greatest live example of being a patriot for the country. So, just to discuss the current affairs, he recently said that he urged Indians not to buy gold for 1 year. In your opinion, what is the logical reasoning behind this recommendation?
So this is a very good question, very close to my heart.
Okay.
Long back, I realized we are the biggest buyers of gold. And we don't produce any gold. All our mines are closed. Before independence, all our mines were functional. We loved gold because we had gold mining in this country. For some strange reason, our mines were closed.
Okay.
And we started buying the gold which were being mined in South Africa and Alaska by the Americans. And it was coming in this country through Dubai. And that's why we had a policy. Till 91, gold was banned in this country. Then when Manmohan Singh ji became the finance minister, he took it out from the notified list and said, you can import it, but you have to pay a certain amount of customs duty on that.
Okay.
Now, if you Google today, the consumption of gold in this country is 1,000 tons every year.
1,000 tons every year.
Yes. And if you go by the gold price in the market today, that is whooping 15 lakh crores
15 lakh crores per year.
per year. Now, if I add another 25 or percent to it, which is being smuggled, the smuggling proportion is much higher.
Okay.
Then it should easily cross 20 lakh crores. Now imagine your economy is what? $4 trillion?
Yep.
And if this is 2 trillion, so half of your economy is gone only in buying gold.
Absolutely.
Another thing, how much private gold we hoard in this country? We have 27,000 tons of gold in private hands in this country. The richest country with the problems which the poorest have. I'm sorry. I have to defend Narendra Modi ji's decision. It's a great decision. But I'm angry with him. Why he didn't take this decision much before?
Earlier, yeah.
and I will fight for it. I'll see to it, I'll propagate it. In fact, I didn't buy gold when I got married. I don't know. Poor soul, my wife. She doesn't understand. She thinks I am mad. You don't have a right to buy gold. You don't produce it.
Absolutely.
Every time you buy gold, you are being non-patriotic, unpatriotic. Every time you buy gold, your money is either going to China or South Africa or US. Any other country which is producing gold. A small country like Mexico is producing 100 or 150 tons of gold every year.
Yeah.
You have got the mines. Why they are closed? They should open up. Your mines have the capacity to produce much more gold. Your mines produce gold, you buy gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how much gold would you need? You're hoarding. And I am sick of listening to those stories. हमारे घर में मकान बन रहा था, खुदाई में एक हड़िया मिली जिसमें गोल्ड से भरा हुआ एक
कलश निकला.
कलश निकला.
बहुत सुने हैं सर ये स्टोरी.
So I am sick of hearing those stories. And it's a non-productive investment.
Absolutely.
So I think every Indian should support the decision, and not only for 1 year, forever.
Until India produces.
Until India produces. But till then you have 27,000 tons of gold in private hands.
Absolutely.
You may not be aware. I have first-hand exposure to that. Every day, a lot of gold crosses Burma border, comes to Imphal, and from Imphal they come in domestic flight. Hundreds of poor laborers who are carrying 1 kg gold in their body.
In their body.
Because at 1 kg there is no arrest.
Okay.
They get down at Indira Gandhi Airport. Within an hour, that gold goes to the buyer, whether it's Karol Bagh or any other part of the country, city. And by 3 o'clock, the money gets transferred by Hawala to someone in Burma.
Burma.
In 24 hours, the cycle goes. That's how smuggling is happening.
Oh my God.
Smuggling should be stopped. We people have worked so hard to build up this country. Just for, these smugglers, certainly they are not nationals. They don't love this country.
Absolutely.
We should stop this anytime, any moment. If the Prime Minister says one thing, we must read 100 other things behind that. A person like a Prime Minister, if he's forced to say don't buy gold, how serious things are. You know the biggest resource we have? Which we call a biggest problem. Numbers, humans. Human resource. And if we can use a human resource, if you have a barren land, it's no country. It's the people who make it.
Absolutely.
And we have 1.5 billion. I'm proud of them. It's not a problem. You just need to work upon them, train them.
Perfect. Thank you so much for explaining that so clearly, sir. Okay, now coming back to the questions I had from the perspective of Indian judicial system. So these are certain water cooler conversations, people gossip about it. So I wanted to ask you straight on this podcast.
Please, you're welcome.
So,
you can ask me any embarrassing question.
Okay.
And I won't be embarrassed.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that freedom. I love freedom of expression and speech, by the way, and that is the reason I started this podcast.
Yeah.
So, sir, a lot of people believe that, Indian judicial system has become a money minting machine now, and they have lost trust in the Indian judiciary. And they even feel that the appointment of judges is an outcome of lobbying and networking.
Yeah.
And it's all rigged. So, what is your honest opinion about it?
I tell you, I have read a lot of criticism about judges, about the justice delivery system. What we are doing is only looking at the leaves. We are not going to the root. Imagine a country is being ruled by a foreign power, British. Then they set up a common law legal system for a colony. That colony gets a charter one day, you are independent. Continue with all the systems we have given you, our bureaucracy, our police, our justice delivery system, our appointment of judges, everything. And your constitution is a reflection of 1935 Government of India Act. So what we have done, we have continued with what? Legacy the British gave us. This common law legal system is not the outcome of our wisdom, our experience. Europe had a renaissance in 13th century. You're aware of renaissance, right?
Yeah.
When did we have a renaissance? In Hindi literature, they say it was something around Bhartendu Harishchandra. But was that a renaissance of any kind? We are experiencing the renaissance right now. I am, you are part of the renaissance right now. So, this justice delivery system, let's forget, individuals are all Indians. I would never ever reject them. They have done right, they have done wrong. They are part of me. They are Indians. Why they have been forced to do what they have done? What I'm saying is, it is just precisely because this system was not and did not evolve out of our experience.
Yeah.
We need to work upon restructuring our system.
Okay.
We need to have committees who can study. Your IIM can do the study and find out where we can have good processes. Recently, our Chief Justice has asked the government,
Okay.
Chief Justice Surkanji, has asked the government for 40,000, 50,000 crores to work on the infrastructure of the jury. You know, there are courts in this country doesn't have infrastructure.
Yeah.
We are not able to provide good buildings, good infrastructure, and the kind of salaries we are giving them. So we need to have infrastructure also.
Okay.
And there are other processes. But I am confident about one thing. The technology will be a great leveler.
Okay. So I have a segment on technology for you later, actually.
I know that.
So what you're suggesting right now is to have a better judiciary system. Maybe there is an overhauling of the entire system, better infrastructure.
We have a common law.
restructuring.
We have a common law system.
Yeah.
This common law system is English, right? It got replicated in US with some changes. Canada. Then Pakistan was supposed to have, but they do have. But after dictatorship, there is a different version of common law. Are you aware that even in Delhi High Court, I saw a lawyer quoting a judgment from Lahore High Court?
Okay.
It's a common law thing. Australia, New Zealand, India. We are not part of Western philosophy. We don't understand Hugo Grotius or Bentham. We have our own philosophers, the jurists. We have continuity right from the ancient times. Chanakya. So we have our own philosophers. We need to work upon this experience that we had last 70, 80 years or maybe 100 years. We need to work upon them and evolve a new system. Few
Which
changes.
is suited for the India as a nation, right?
And I absolutely do not agree with the structure of the Constitution. Why we should stick to the structure of the Constitution? There is a theory of that particular law is not in tune with the basic structure of the Constitution. Basic structure theory is not perfect. Reason being, what is permanent?
It has to evolve and change.
It has to evolve.
Yes.
I think this constitution itself requires a change.
It's high time now.
It's high time. We have to work upon changing the constitution. We are stepping into a different era. Things are different.
Sir, is any work going on behind the scenes to change the
I am
constitution
not
of
aware.
India? No.
I am not aware.
Okay.
But I think
The way Modi government is taking it forward, I thought maybe they are doing some work behind the scenes which we may not know.
see, in 2023, they came up with the new version of the this IPC, CRPC, and the Evidence Act. भारतीय अधिनियम. So वो जो तीनों किए हैं, I have a feeling this government has the courage to do anything.
Absolutely, I agree with you so much.
They want to do
Courage and
anything.
audacity is
You
there.
criticize them, but they'll do it.
And that's what I love about Modi government.
They have done a lot of great things. I do criticize them because in 2020, when I had to give my car away because he was 10 years old, I cried. And I said, Modi ji, ये क्या किया आपने? मेरे को अपनी कार कटवानी पड़ गई. But then they take decisions. They are
They
decisive.
do. They do. They do. They do.
And if you do any work, you certainly can do something wrong also.
Yeah. That's part of the game.
So I don't know whether they are working on a constitution or not, but I think it's high time. We need to redefine things.
So now I want to pull your attention towards the conversations that happens in the corporate corridors. So I want to ask certain questions about the corporate law and the workplace rights, because a lot of corporate citizens have these questions in their mind, and they've specifically written to me after reading my LinkedIn post when I announced that you are going to be on the show. So my first question is that a lot of corporate professionals believe that they are not covered under the labor law of India. Are they wrong?
See, you need protection. And how does it matter that it's not the labor law that protects you? The law in general has the entire protection paraphernalia for anyone working in the corporates. And I have represented corporate employees in the courts and got them what they wanted, protected their rights vis-a-vis the company. And the best part is that all these people who are in the middle level and the senior level, it's not that the senior level are not having their problems. Right now, I am representing a director level person whose salary is 6.5 lakhs per month, and he has problems. So the best part with these people are they sign the contract. And they can negotiate in the contract. Because if the company needs you, they are going to budge. They are going to entertain you. If they don't need you, then they won't take you. So at some point, you have the bargaining power. So you have all kinds of clauses there that protect you. And that also includes what will happen in case there is a disagreement or there's a problem between or any kind of dispute.
Okay.
Which labor doesn't have. So labor law is a straitjacket formula. Whereas white collar workers, the corporates, they have any kind of design they want. They can choose the design they want.
Okay. So what are the top 3 rights every corporate professional should read in their contract before signing it with the company?
See, there are 2-3 things. One is the financials. You should be clear what you're wanting. What kind of enhancements, the future you want. The increments, the bonuses. You must inculcate that in the contract. Number 2, the working conditions. So you want to be a general manager, you want to be a director, You can always say that after this point of time, I want to be director in the company, or I want to be given an offer to become a partner. You can always ask them that, this kind of enhancement in my career I want.
After this and this time
Yes.
span or duration of service.
Yes,
So even in the these global company contracts also this can be done.
it does. If you remember, Chrysler Corporation, Chrysler Corporation in 79 had a big problem, financial. At that time, General Motors was there, and Ford was there. Chrysler was the third company, and it was in a lot of problems, financial problems. At that point of time, if you remember Lee Iacocca, who became later on chairman of Chrysler Corporation. So Lee Iacocca was actually humbled by Ford and thrown out of Ford company. It was at that point of time that Chrysler gave him an opportunity. So when he negotiated with Chrysler, he said, within this time frame, I would like to be the chairman of the company. Because the company was going in financial problems, they agreed to it.
Okay.
And for the first time in the history of American corporate world, where laissez-faire is the rule, Lee Iacocca argued before the Senate and took the state support to keep the company afloat. So you can always negotiate. You are a product. If you are talking of corporate, then you are a product. And you can negotiate yourself.
And what about late working hours? Is that also something that should be negotiated in the contract before signing it? Why I'm asking is because, there's a lot of conversation going on in the corporate right now. We are thinking about having a 70-hour work week or a 90-hour work week. So I'm just trying to understand, where does this ambition end and exploitation begins? What is that line?
See, this question has to be understood first, then to be answered. Let me understand what you are asking. In the corporate world, you don't work on hourly basis. You work on performance basis. Someone can give performance in 1 hour, and someone may not give the output in 30 hours. So if you are somebody who can perform in 1 hour, you cannot be equated with somebody who cannot even do that in 30 hours. So who you are depends.
Okay.
Hours do not matter in corporate. In corporate, output, performance. And I have seen there are lawyers who will take your brief for a petty amount. And there are lawyers who would refuse the brief for any amount.
Yeah.
So it depends who you are. What is your bargaining power? 70 hours a week, I can understand, a laborer working. But for white collar workers, it's not the hour. I have, a lot of junior lawyers working with me, and I realize some of them can never do certain things. I don't even ask them to do it.
Okay.
And some of them, they're so good. You give them the job, and they give you a pleasant surprise by the evening.
So, but in corporates, what really happens is that a company will not ask for overtime on an hourly basis, but they will subtly create a culture where the employees feel obligated to stay late, even if they do not have work, just for the sake of presence. So, from the legal perspective, what is the definition of work for a corporate employee? Are they obligated to stay late, or can they take a legal action by documenting that these late hours are impacting their mental well-being, health, relationships? Can they take legal action against the company?
No, it's not legal. It's more of a contractual thing.
Okay.
A laborer can always ask, I will not work beyond 8 hours.
Okay. Because that's an hourly contract.
That's an hourly thing.
Okay.
But a white collar worker actually works 24 hours.
We do.
While he's sleeping, his mind is working. When he's sitting in the office, he might be sitting with his eyes closed, It appears he's not working, but he's working. It's mental kind of thing, mental, input into the job. So now the corporate world, it's a cutthroat competition. The companies, either they go out of business or they work together as a team and give the output. So there are times the leader himself works 18 hours a day. As far as I know, what I have seen in the press, in the interviews of the Prime Minister, he works 18 hours a day. I believe he must be. I believe. Because the kind of assignment he has to run the country is not a small thing. I don't think he's going to ask for that I'm burnt out and I'm working late hours. He has a job to do. Same way, a white collar worker is not an employee. He is a partner who is working as part of the team to see that the company prevails, survives, performs.
Okay. So generally what happens during a layoff conversation, a lot of people are forced to sign a resignation letter saying that we are on our own resigning, but that's actually a forced resignation. What I want to understand is that what are the rights of a person in that very moment when the gun is put on their head and they are asked to resign forcibly?
Where do you see the gun in this conversation? I don't see the gun. You just asked him to resign, and he can very well say, "No, sir, I don't resign."
Okay.
The threat
Then they may
is,
say,
"We'll terminate you."
yes.
Now, termination is a legal procedure. First, you have to set up an inquiry. After the inquiry, there has to be an inquiry report. There has to be a charge. On the basis of the charge, there has to be a disciplinary proceeding. There has to be an officer who has to be appointed as a disciplinary authority. After that, then there is a show cause notice. Then the disciplinary proceedings, the hearing is there. He has to be represented. Nobody wants a long procedure. That's why what they are trying to do is they want to avoid this long thing. And this poor employee doesn't know that
Doesn't
this
know.
man, they can never terminate me. So what you do is you say, "You want to terminate me? Do that." No one wants to go to the court. Then maybe they want a layoff. Then they will give you a better, a package or a bargain.
Some compensation or a
Better
bargain.
compensation.
Okay.
Nobody can terminate you. But if you are caught on a wrong foot, and then they give you an offer to resign, they are actually obliging you.
But what if they say that you performed very well? I'm just telling you about one layoff conversation. They said to an employee that you performed very well. There is nothing illegal you've done in your entire tenure, but we are laying you off because of the company's restructuring. In that case, they are offering money also. But what if the employee does not want to sign that resignation letter and the employee wants to stay with the company? But they are saying that, you take this, otherwise we'll terminate you. So on what grounds are they asking the termination for?
There's no ground.
Okay. So in this
Termination.
particular case where they are saying that the
They-
company
they-
has
they-
restructured
they-
and your role has become redundant.
Uh-huh.
So there is no case in this conversation.
No.
So employee has all the power to say no to that resignation.
See, what are the rules of employment? There is always a document
Yeah.
which governs the rules.
Yeah.
If the rule says that they can terminate you anytime, and that's not a fair proposition. They cannot terminate you once you are permanent.
Yeah.
But if it says that, after 2 years, your contract is over, then you can.
No, it's not that. It's a full-time employment.
So full-time employment, they cannot terminate you. They have to follow the complete procedure.
So the employee has all the right to say no
Oh, yes.
to that forced resignation
Uh-huh.
and be part of the company, continue to be part of the company.
Yeah.
A lot of employees do not know about this power. That's the reason I'm asking this question. It's going to be
They must say
enlightening
no.
for people to hear
They,
this.
they must say
actually.
no. And another thing is, it's better to take advice from a lawyer also.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to actually give your number.
Oh, no. I can't handle so much work.
Okay. So, one more question that just hypothetically, an employee resigns, and signs on the forced resignation letter. Is there a way later they can go to the court and prove pressure that I signed that forced resignation letter and I want to prove pressure? Company had put pressure on me. It was equivalent to termination. Is there a case that you see in the eyes of the law? Can this be built later? Conversation has happened, resignation done, full and final settlement also done. But later, can they prove this
I
pressure?
don't think the court will entertain you. The test is of a reasonable man.
Okay.
Whether a reasonable man in the face of such a threat is going to give in and resign.
So if you've given in, if you've resigned, then it's done and dusted. Then don't even approach the court later to prove pressure.
What's the point? And how do you prove that they have pressurized you? If in that conversation, suppose you record that conversation, they tell you this, look, if you don't resign, we'll terminate you.
Yeah.
And you resign. This is no proof.
Because you signed it yourself.
Huh?
Okay. All right. So the point is, in that very moment when you are put under pressure, you take that decision not to sign the resignation letter, and you have all the rights of saying no in that
Yes.
layer of conversation. That's the power of the employee. That's what you are suggesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I have had many cases where I have I've represented such employees,
Yeah.
and finally they got their compensation.
Okay. All right. And what if the company is offering a compensation?
That depends.
Okay. But you can still challenge that number?
You can get a bigger number.
You can get a bigger number? That's what I want people to know. They can
Yeah.
get a bigger number.
It's open negotiation.
Okay. And how long does it take for a corporate employee if they approach the court? So hypothetical situation is the person was put under pressure to sign the forced resignation along with a compensation. The person chose not to sign the letter, approached the court. And how long does it take to get that compensation of the desired number from the company?
I'll give you this answer very, very differently.
Yeah.
Courts do have
Yeah.
a reputation of being very slow. But what happens is when the company goes into litigation, they generally avoid litigation and they get into a settlement.
Okay.
So it may be much earlier than you can imagine.
Maybe a matter of weeks.
Now, if not weeks, then months. But if you can, and if you think you are right, you must fight.
Okay, all right, sir. Moving on to my segment to ask you certain questions about the toxicity of the bosses that people have to deal with, and prevention of sexual harassment, POSH. So, Indian professionals tolerate a lot of humiliation at the hands of their bosses because they think that that's normal corporate culture. When does a bad management become a legal issue?
What do you mean by bad management?
Shouting, harassing, threat to career damage, bullying, public shaming, not enough respecting a person in office, but not doing it blatantly, doing it subtly. So all the corporate politics, if that is happening. So humiliation is very common in the Indian workspaces, and people tolerate it because they feel that this is the normal corporate culture. So in the eyes of the law, where do we stand? What rights do we have to go to the court if we are suffering because of this humiliation by our bosses?
Every time you face something which is unfair to you, before going to the court or the police, you have to take a stand for yourself. So you must say that, sir, this is not appropriate. Madam, this is not appropriate. And I warn you, you cannot humiliate me like that. You can write an email.
Okay. So documentation is important.
Documentation is important. and I have recorded the conversation. Please apologize for that. But there can be other things also. Let's not get into that. But so toxicity, how much toxic it is, depends.
It depends upon individual to individual, I
So,
would say.
so there are companies which have a culture of that.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't work for them. And those companies, I am aware of some companies which have such culture, and how they suffer is that good people don't go and work for them. They had to shut down many of their units because they don't get good stuff. A recent incident
Okay.
where this young lady professor, she was being harassed
Okay.
by a senior colleague
In the campus.
in the campus, writing emails to her, sending messages to her,
Okay.
get married to me, and he was already married.
Okay.
Now this girl approached the university administration and said, "What is this? See, he's writing these messages to me." But what he had done, he had deleted everything. The kind of messages which goes, you read and it goes off. The moment you open, you can read it, but after that, nobody can.
Yeah.
So she approached them, this is happening. The university administration said, no, nothing doing, you don't have any evidence. So she called me up. So I said, you go to police and file an FIR. So she filed the complaint. It was registered as an FIR. And then it was a big blow up, newspapers. And then the university people came to her. Why didn't you come to us before? I said, she said, yes, I came to you before.
You didn't hear me.
And now the entire university is after her. Ma'am, any problems, let us know on day-to-day basis.
Okay.
And that professor, he has been removed from the position. And he is working there, but he had become a dean or something. He was removed. And he has lost his position, lost face also. Maybe he'll leave the university. What I'm saying is, being a woman is not a weak position to fight from.
Okay. Many women may not understand this actually.
Being a woman is a very strong position to fight from. A maiden in distress. And you have a lot of knights in shining armor ready to save your
Honor and save
save
you.
your honor. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you're at a very strong position. So as a woman, I would say, but a reverse position.
But I want to understand that as well, sir. What are the rights of men in this entire gamut? Because women, you clearly said that we are at a stronger position because most of the laws are in women's favor.
Yeah.
But men shouldn't be, exploited because of these rights of women. These days we hear those cases as well.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, you cannot do things which are going to be counterproductive to you. See, I am aware of a woman who had this habit of joining an organization and within few months go to the boss and accuse him of sexual harassment.
Okay.
She changed, I think, 3-4 jobs. After that, she doesn't get a job today. It comes on your CV.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't pay to be dishonest.
Yeah.
You build up your CV by your honesty, by your integrity. So men, and because of this background of hers, the entire investigation went against her. Today, whenever she applies anywhere, the report says she is in the habit of accusing the bosses. I don't think women will be unfair to men folk like that. And if they are, they will be branded. So I don't think women will do that. But there are situations where women can do a solo act of being unfair.
Yeah.
Then they need some evidence also.
Okay.
Without evidence, it's very difficult. uh, to accuse a man of anything which he has not done. And these days, courts take cognizance of the fact that living together doesn't mean that there was a rape. It was consensual.
Yeah.
In fact, my office recently won a case where they were getting married, and because the man came to know that she was uh, two-timing him,
Huh.
meeting somebody else, so he said no to the marriage, and she went to the police and said he raped me by promising marriage, and then this case happened. So I knew somebody. I don't go to a district court, so uh, I was approached. I said, there is no case. How can FIR be there? So they said, we'll pay you whatever you want, but you take this case. So we prepared the case. We did the investigation, I mean, the evidence and everything. I did the cross examination. I went to the district court. And it was during the cross examination, the woman fumbled.
Ah.
And the judge would know that. And it was a clean acquittal. But that family had to pay the price. I still know that for 7, 8 long years, the family had to pay the price. But then she had to pay the price in terms of her marriage. She was married, she had to get divorced because the husband didn't like it.
Okay.
I think being honest and fair pays in long run.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, sir, mostly these organizations, run training on POSH.
Yeah.
It's part of the curriculum. Whenever an employee joins new to the company, they have to go through the training. So, why I'm telling you this is because POSH is now understood properly by corporate employees. But still, I believe that people may not understand it fully. So, if I have to ask you, what is that one thing employees may not understand about POSH fully? In your experience, the cases you've dealt with, what is that one thing that you still see people do not understand about POSH?
See, POSH was certainly like overreach
Yeah.
for doing something very small. We have set up committees. It's like creating unnecessary infrastructure, creating positions. You have elections to be on board to
Yes.
that committee, then a lot of politics. Why people need to contest an election to be on a committee of like that kind of thing? If there is sexual harassment, the law has a lot of things. Why there has to be special committee? But then these committees are there, and people fear them, people respect them. But despite these committees,
Yeah.
the harassment takes place.
Absolutely.
There are escape routes. People on the committee itself can do that.
Absolutely.
So the basic purpose is defeated.
Yes.
What I suggest is, if you are a woman, then you must know your rights. Committee doesn't matter. Committee is just a mechanism, and the mechanism may fail you. But then beyond the mechanism, beyond the POSH, you have the entire legal structures. And today, remember, the most powerful tool that you have is the social media. It's not so easy for somebody to do it and get away with it. Most of the very powerful politicians got embroiled. Yesterday, Supreme Court has cancelled the bail of Sengar. You must have read the newspapers. Kuldeep Singh Sengar, if I am right. He's a politician, a very powerful politician. So the courts do not like people who don't respect women.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, a follow-up question that, for example, a harassment has happened with a woman. So, what should that woman do in the first 48 hours of the incident?
Why should she wait for 48 hours?
Immediately.
Immediate. First is she should write a complete narration.
Okay.
What happened? Talk to a lawyer or anybody who can support her legally. and ask him, what are my rights? And immediately take the action. You have certain numbers in every police commissionerate. Call them.
Yeah.
There are emails. You can immediately write an email. Why do you wait for 48 hours?
And regarding self-education of POSH, we do have these training curriculums that the organizations provide, which is the organizational repository of understanding the law. Do you recommend any external repository to understand the POSH law?
See, POSH law,
Yeah.
you know what is the basic purpose? To avoid the incidents.
Prevention of sexual harassment. It's in
That's
the
what-
name.
Prevention. But once it happens, then what to do? Then the legal framework is there.
Okay. Right.
So I advise not only to learn what is POSH, but also learn what is beyond POSH. If it happens, I think
Harassment.
the internet is full of that. You don't need to read one single book. There's so many judgments which are there online.
Okay, now coming to another topic. So this is more about the mental well-being, anxiety, and burnout. So, service sector of India, which includes the information technology, telecom, financial services, education, healthcare. So anyone who is working in the service sector of India, service sector contributes to 53% of the India's GDP. And in Q4 2025, which was just last year, McKinsey Health Institute has published a report saying that 59% of Indian corporate employees are either burnt out or suffer from work-related anxiety, which is costing the nation 8% of the GDP. This is a whooping number. So, why I'm throwing this data is because I want to understand, does the courts understand the emotional reality and the cost of anxiety of the modern workplaces?
So your question basically is whether the court
Yeah.
is sensitive.
Whether the court is sensitive towards the corporates, to the modern workplaces, the anxiety, the burnout, because it is directly impacting the GDP.
May I clarify?
Yeah.
The judges are human beings. They are part of us.
Yeah.
And they keep meeting people from the corporates.
Okay.
They are well aware of what's happening. Maybe in their families, they have people who are in corporate and who are getting burnt out,
Yeah. Yeah.
who face these long hours, working hours, and where some of them get retirement at the age of 40. They are well aware of that.
Okay.
The issue is not that whether they understand or not. The issue is whether in that limitation of the legal
Yeah.
restrictions, what they can do.
That's the point. What they can do, sir.
In individual cases, they do help. And as far as being burnt out is concerned, it's again an individual choice. I can see you following your heart.
Yeah.
You refuse to get burnt out.
I absolutely did.
Huh? And I chose a profession where I don't retire. Again, a matter of individual choice.
Yeah.
In corporates, people burnt out because they don't have any alternate profession.
So it's an individual choice that you're
It's
saying.
an individual choice.
But if they want, they can reach out to the court and the court will hear them out and there are laws to support them.
Against what? Who's the other side? You chose a profession you wanted to perform
Okay.
and you work day and night. And you burnt out. You chose. But if somebody forces you as a bonded labor, then certainly you have entered into a different zone.
Okay.
The court can protect you.
Now moving towards the impact of artificial intelligence on the legal domain.
Yeah.
So 2 days back, Business Standard has published a report saying that there are 54 million pending cases in the Indian courts. This is what they are claiming. So do you think AI can accelerate the closure of these pending cases?
Yes.
In what ways?
See, till now, AI has already entered the chambers of the lawyers. And what the report says that the number of lawyers in the offices are getting reduced because one junior can do the work of three more by virtue of AI. The other day, I was sitting in the court of the Chief Justice of India, and Mr. Sibbal, the Kapil Sibbal, the legendary Kapil Sibbal, he was arguing, and the chief was annoyed at the drafting. And he said, the lawyers are using AI and it's not good. So he said, you withdraw this petition and draft it yourself. So Mr. Sibbal had to say that, I am going to draft it myself. And I learned it from Mr. A.K. Sen in 1981. So till now, we all are shying away from AI. But let me tell you, there are areas where AI is going to make our job easier.
Absolutely.
One is that earlier, the client never knew what he's getting into. Today, when he comes to me, he has already been through AI. It's beyond AI that he needs me. So there's something which I can do which AI cannot. As far as these pending cases are concerned, where is the problem? After Corona 2020, we had video conferencing. Now I can sit in my office at home, sit in my uniform, and I can argue cases.
So digitization, online.
So after the call of the Prime Minister that we have to save fuel, the Supreme Court has said that on Monday and Fridays, it will be completely VC day.
Okay, this has happened already?
It's in today's newspaper.
Okay.
So now, from Monday onwards, we are not going to the court. It's going to be VC. How much petrol we save, how much human effort we save, just to go there and to find out the other side is taking a date. Or in the lower courts, just to go to the court and find out the judge is on leave. Or in the constitutional courts, that the bench is not getting constituted today. And what we need with AI is also to restructure the standard operating procedure. Because what I have been stopping myself to tell you is that we have a system that's an antiquity. We acquired it from the Brits. Bombay High Court, you see those same courtrooms which were there 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Even the district courts over there, the same courts.
Yeah.
So you really can't speed up with the same mindset. They were not meant to handle so many cases. And the new building in Supreme Court, it's like state of art, video audio integration. So I think AI, till now I'm not clear about it, how much it can help. But the way I am trying to learn AI, I see the kind of things, miracles it can do. AI certainly can bring us to a position where we can decide the cases early.
So it can accelerate the judgment.
Accelerate at a very high speed.
Very high speed. It definitely can actually assist in case review, case research, analysis, documents review, all that procedural work that the lawyers are doing manually right now.
Yes. But case research is something which cannot be done by AI. Case research has to be done by humans.
Okay. Because of the human angle
Yeah, there's
involved?
a human factor.
Okay.
But procedures, why it is so that, a lot of work is to be done by the registry. If we can reduce the work of the registry,
Yeah.
today, most of the cases we are filing online. Sitting in my office, we
Yeah.
scan the file and a petition is filed. So that way, we need to understand. Even our AI is at the nascent stage at the
Yes.
moment. Even AI has to gear it up to the needs of the judiciary.
That's a powerful statement to make, by the way. Challenging technology.
And in the meantime, even the justice delivery system is also going to get mature to understand that AI is not an enemy,
Ah,
it's a friend.
it's a friend, for sure. Okay, all right, sir. Sir, my last question in this segment is again related to the firing of an employee. So, for example, an employee is working with an organization and that person decides to maybe post on LinkedIn or do a podcast appearance to express the political views outside of work. Can that person be fired from the organization for doing an expression on a political matter?
A government employee certainly can be fired.
Okay.
In government, you have to be apolitical.
Hmm.
You work for the government, you don't work for the political party. So if you are speaking against the political party or in favor of a political party, certainly that is violation of the code of conduct.
Okay.
Now let's come to the private companies. In the private companies also, they have a policy that they don't want to get into the politics. It depends how much freedom the company gives. If the company itself is adhering to the philosophy of a political party, you can't help it.
Yeah. Okay.
So as far firing is all dependent upon the service conditions. But as far as the government is concerned, I told you.
Okay. That's written in stone for a government company.
Yeah.
Okay. That answers the question. So, your preface says that I was successfully fooled by the story called life, but the journey has been eventful. These are your lines. So, when did you first realize that the mirage was never supposed to be found?
It's very difficult to point out the time, but it stages it became apparent. The journey was the goal. Journey had to be enjoyed. I was not moving in towards something which is called goal.
Okay.
In fact, the journey was so eventful. I thought that was in itself the goal. And every time I had a pleasant surprise in my life, I would say, "Oh my God, I never imagined this will happen to me." I always used to think that I would never sit in a charter flight. And suddenly one fine morning, I got a call. There was a charter waiting for you. And then it was not one, many times. And that was not a goal of my life. So, my desires were the outcome of what I had lived till then. I wasn't aware of the future. And the future made me aware of what is possible. Every time something happened, I said, "Oh my God,
This
this
was
is
also
possible.
a possibility.
This is possible." Then I said, mirage was something which fooled me.
Yeah.
Actual things are different from the mirage. Actual life is different from the mirage. So never be fooled by the mirage.
How wonderful. That's perfect. So, there is another poem that you've written. It's called The Banyan Tree.
Yeah.
And it ends with a very powerful and emotional line, which is, I am the banyan tree. So, would you like to recite few lines of this poem? And what is the crux of this poem?
You know, I was in Daman and I have never seen so many banyan trees in a row, huge, majestic, beautiful, and what a pleasure to watch them. And I was standing under one of them, and then it occurred to me how life was when my father was there. He was a provider, and we never used to care about what will happen tomorrow. He was there to take care of everything. He was the most powerful person in the world. He was the richest person in the world who could give me anything and who could protect me. That was the time I realized how the banyan tree had
Given shade to you.
shaped me. Now that you have said about the banyan tree, you want me to recite some lines?
Few lines.
I have.
Closest to your heart.
It is, it is. And yeah. So, my son, the banyan tree is the title. My son, Suraj. My son was inside me, and the rays flew outward. The shadows were overwhelming, and I had the challenge to grow under the banyan tree. It stood firm and overwhelming. In its grace was the banyan tree, creating a perception, a world of its own, safe from the harsh realities and the law of the human jungle. How protected I felt. The filtered sun, traveling through its branches, shedding its heat through the leaves, touched me in a soothing form. Life was easy without question. I am the one, or I am none. I was in search of the purpose I am here for, was blessed with the shadow of the banyan tree. Who I am was the question. Why I am was the another one. And the answers kept everyone guessing. Life was a search through the riddle. I seek the answers that no one has. The one who promises the answer gives a fake. It's a business for them. In scorching heat of life, many a flower bloomed. Some perished away. Game of life was in full swing, unaware of the light within. In the merry-go-round is that universe. And we all souls are in the merry-go-round. In the merry-go-round, each sun has a role. We all are sun. In the merry-go-round, each sun has a role, sometimes under the shadows, pretending to be weak and remain disguised. I never knew the expense of my universe when I was safe under the care of the banyan tree. They say, nothing grows under the banyan tree. That's what made me write this. I chose to remain. I could have gone anywhere, but I chose to remain under the banyan tree and grew with it as a part of it. A long journey indeed, but not impossible. And now, I am the banyan tree. I am the provider. I am the banyan tree.
How wonderful. Beautiful.
So, this is, I think, the life of many of us.
Yes.
But I grew with my father, took over his firm. He always used to say that, after I die, I don't want my library to be sold.
Okay.
I said, I'll take care of that.
हाउ वंडरफुल सर. इसके अलावा आपने एक कविता और लिखी है, जिंदगी इसकी भी. इट्स बेस्ड ऑन फ्रेंडशिप एंड बिट्रेयल ऑफ समवन यू विटनेस्ड फर्स्ट हैंड, आई बिलीव.
एक दोस्त था मेरा, है, उसके साथ कुछ घटनाएं ऐसी घटी और मैंने उसको उस लड़ाई को लड़ते हुए देखा. मैं उस लड़ाई में उसके साथ था, हमेशा खड़ा रहा उसके साथ. और मुझे लगा कि इसके लिए कुछ लिखना चाहिए.
व्हाट इज फ्रेंडशिप इन योर ओपिनियन? आपकी ओपिनियन में दोस्ती की परिभाषा क्या है?
दोस्ती की परिभाषा ये है कि भीड़ में भी उसकी आवाज़ पहचान आए, और अगर उसको तुम्हारी ज़रूरत हो तो उसको आवाज़ देने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े, आपको सुनाई दे जाए। और अगर सदियों के बाद भी आपको पुकारे, मिले, तो बात वहीं से शुरू हो जहाँ छोड़ी थी।
How wonderful. Absolutely true. Yeah. And sir, in your opinion, what is love?
ब्यूटिफुल थिंग। लव इज़ नॉट अबाउट द ऑब्जेक्ट, लव इज़ अबाउट योर सेल्फ, about giving. You don't analyze the subject. You don't analyze someone whom you love. You just love. Love is an emotion that's so integral to the universe itself. If there is one emotion on which the universe survives, sustains, balances, is love.
Is love. How wonderful. Okay, so on the topic of love, I want to pull your attention towards your wife, Mamta ji.
Uh-huh.
She is a superwoman, as I understand from our conversations. She has many degrees in her hands. So,
Yeah.
and you told me that she chose to step back from her
Yeah.
career when your daughter was born.
Yeah.
How do you carry that on yourself, sir? And what is that one message that you want to give to her on this podcast, which you may not have given enough?
See, when my daughter was born, it was a late arrival, say 18 years after marriage. It was a completion for her, motherhood. And she said that I want the job to be done by me, not by a nanny. I said, be complete. If my daughter gets the love of a mother, then so be it. I didn't question it. And as far as her career was concerned, she keeps reading. She's an inquisitive soul. She keeps buying books all the time. Uh, she wanted to study after some time. I said, no, now stop it. You can do informally, but give the time to yourself. Because formal education requires a lot of effort.
So it was a voluntary choice on her behalf.
I think she's a good homemaker. An educated homemaker is certainly better. And
And she enjoys doing that. She feels fulfilled.
oh,
That's
yes,
the whole point.
a wonderful cook. She loves cooking. She loves homemaking. So she's my homemaker, my home rather. My life revolves around her.
How wonderful. She's your world.
And if you want me to say something which I have never told her, I think she tells me that, you're very vocal about everything, even love. So if I keep telling her I love you, so that's not doesn't matter. But I would certainly thank her for being around. Thank her for being with me. I'm a difficult person. Maybe, I might be a good person for a short conversation, but living with me could be a pain. And I want to be apologize for if I have hurt her in any way.
Okay. I'm sure she would be listening when we release this podcast. So thank you for the message. Now, moving on to your daughter. So, your daughter is the third generation in the family tree and she's doing LLB.
Yeah, she is completing third year.
Yeah. So, what is that one thing you wish she would never have to face?
So it's not only my daughter. I want my daughter to be strong, powerful, because we can't change the world. What we can do is we can fight it out. So I want her to be strong and powerful enough to face any situation. deal with anything, I don't want her to be weak. I don't want her to surrender. I want her to be a fighter. And it's not only her. I want my daughter to live in an environment where every daughter is powerful. She should have a powerful environment where all daughters should be able to live an honorable life.
How wonderful. Thank you for that message. Okay, sir, hand on your heart. Please tell us one unfulfilled desire of your youth.
Oh, honestly,
Honestly.
it's not mundane. I really want to. We had a house in the village. The house is still there, but because it's such an area, it's difficult to go and live over there. I would like to have a farm, maybe around Rishikesh, where I would like to live a village life, a healthy life,
Organic life?
organic life, and have the sight of the misty mountains. That's unfulfilled desire.
And the Ganges by the side.
Ganges by the side.
And a walk on the Agyapath.
Oh, that's Agyapath.
Yes, it leads to Triveni Ghat, the
Oh,
most
that's
beautiful
wonderful
stretch.
place. Recently, I believe this government has been able to land a seaplane into the Ganges there,
Okay, I wasn't.
because there is a dam over there, so the water is still. So they landed a seaplane there.
Okay.
It's going to be a regular affair now.
Wow, how wonderful.
So Rishikesh, instead of having an aerodrome, airport, it's going to be operating from the Ganges.
Okay. Sir, one regret that you still have in your life.
An honest regret. Uh, I want to have, have spent more time with my father and mom. Because of my commitment to the legal practice, which was because of I wanted to see my father happy that I'm working in the practice. I gave a lot of time to the practice. The imbalance was there. I ignored my parents. Although he was a lawyer, but as a lawyer, we never used to have enough time to converse in the office. So I want him, he's all the time with me. My conversation with him is all the time. I would always imagine in this situation what he would have done. The reason is not that he was my father. I tell you, I've seen him working hard for us. In the scorching heat, I would see him wearing a black coat in the month of May or June, going to the courts in Agra. And because of that sweat, next day I used to see his coat used to be white because of salt. And I think I could have been more thankful and grateful to him for that hard earned money that he spent for bringing us up. That's a regret. Maybe wherever he is going to appreciate that I really wanted that. If I have to change my life all over again, I would do it differently. I'll give him more time.
How wonderful. Thank you for sharing this emotional moment with me.
It is emotional.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now a lighter moment. Let's share it. Sir, I have heard you sing, and you sing very well. So I want you to sing your favorite song on this podcast today. Please.
I like a lot of music, and I spend a lot of time listening to good music. And in a lighter vein, I regret that I don't play a guitar or piano. But there was one song which I've been singing for donkey years, and that's by Jagjit Singh. Somehow, people have said that I can sing that.
I
I don't
think
know.
you can.
Uh, it is, if you've heard, ye daulat bhi le lo ye
Sir,
shohrat.
please, few lines. Few lines.
ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, भले छीन लो मुझसे मेरी जवानी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन का सावन, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी. If you have 1 minute more, I'll sing the last stanza.
Please.
That's the whole philosophy in a nutshell. कभी रेत के ऊंचे टीलों पे जाना, घरों दे बनाना, बना कर मिटाना, वो मासूम चाहत की तस्वीर अपनी, वो ख्वाबों खिलौनों की जागीर अपनी, न दुनिया का गम था न रिश्तों के बंधन, बड़ी खूबसूरत थी वो जिंदगानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी. आई डोंट नो हु रोट इट. जगजीत सिंह ने एक बार बताया था कि किसने लिखा है वो. उनके साथ उनका काफ़ी अच्छा संबंध था. बट यस, देन एवरी.
Spellbound, I feel right now, speechless. Thank you so much for giving me this moment, sir.
Oh,
It was wonderful. My last question to you is for the upcoming lawyers. What one message do you want to give to the upcoming lawyers of the country?
I cannot give them a straight jacket formula for success, but I can tell them about one thing, what my father gave me. There was one moment when I was very upset, perplexed what to do. I had a tiff in the court, and I was not happy with the judge. So my dad heard me and said, whenever you are upset, go and read. My message to younger generation would be, read every day, at least 2 hours, whether it's law or other than law. You must read out of the legal area also, because you need to build up a broader perspective. You bring enrichment to the legal field. Like we have chartered accountants who become lawyers, they bring their experience into practice. People from management, I believe they are there. And that's a very big contribution to the legal field. We need people coming from different backgrounds. So if you are a lawyer and you cannot go back and do MBA, what you can do is you can read books.
Absolutely.
So you can read history, you can read geopolitics, you can read politics, and do read all the best of the bestsellers. You have a perspective. So broaden your perspective, because you read the judgment of the court every day. You cannot contribute anything to the judicial system. So that's my message to them. Read. Rest you will be able to handle.
Thank you. On that note, sir, thank you so much. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to have this heart to heart conversation with you. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I must thank you. I discovered a new me.
That's a compliment I would take with myself.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you so much.
Same to you.